Oh, sorry. I was just trying to check out my camera to see if it was functioning properly tonight because it's kind of been a bit on the fritz lately. So I was just seeing if the lens was working properly. Anyways, greetings and salutations to you all once again. It is me, the Ravenous Spectre, and this is my weekly series called Journey Onward, which is my week in gaming. First and foremost, let me go ahead and say that I did pre-order a Switch. The presentation last night for the Nintendo Switch really grabbed my attention. There were some good things, there were some bad things, but overall Nintendo had won me over. So for the first time in history, I've actually pre-ordered a launch day console, which I've never done in my life. I've done that with software before with games, but never have with hardware. So first time for everything, so I'm definitely excited for it. March the 3rd can't get here soon enough, because I'm definitely ready to play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Abso-freaking-lutely. And especially some of the RPGs that they have coming out for that system, that's another thing that grabbed me in. Especially Mario Odyssey, another open world Mario game, especially kind of set a little bit in the real world setting, but it's still open world and in the Mushroom Kingdom. It's all well and good with me. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get to what this video is mainly about, if I can fucking talk, and that's my week in gaming. So here's the whole shindig of that. Last week I actually forgot to mention that I had been playing a little bit of Borderlands multiplayer with a friend of mine, and I'm talking about the first one because I don't have the second one, and we were doing it on Steam because, you know, fuck paying for online services for playing online. The online service of playing online. I'm not going to be dealing with Xbox Live anymore because their free games are sucking just as much as PlayStation Plus is. PlayStation Plus can go screw itself. Xbox Live can go screw itself. I apologize, I got a little bit interrupted. Fucking copy machine. Anyways, because I'm on my break at work, so whatever. But the fact of the matter is that, if it comes to me playing online at all, it's going to be on PC because of the fact that I can play online for free. I'm paying an internet bill. I'm not paying for an online service to play on your system because you're fucking greedy. I can understand paying for a service like your free games or your discounts or all of that. Fine, well, and good. Guess what? You're not getting my money. I'm done with PlayStation Plus. I'm done with Xbox Live. And after what was announced with the Nintendo Switch and its online service, I'm not even going to bother with that. So when it comes to playing online, I'm sticking strictly to PC because it's free. I'm paying for an internet bill and I play for free on PC. So with that out of the way, was actually playing it on PC with a friend of mine, the first Borderlands, because I kind of wanted to get a little bit more into some multiplayer games on PC because it's free to play on PC. So the fact is, we got a little bit into that. Didn't really get too far into it, but I need to go back into it again when I kind of get a hankering for it because I really want to explore a little bit more with some multiplayer games, which I rarely, if ever, do. And speaking of also playing for free online with PC, I had been playing, what was it called? Torchlight 2. Me and my girlfriend and another friend of ours were actually playing some Torchlight 2 quite a bit. Definitely loving that game because I'm kind of a Diablo fan. I like the whole, go on the quests, kill the monsters, get the loot, make your character as powerful as you can, go through different skill trees, make them how you want to make them and all of that. Definitely enjoying Torchlight 2. I kind of like Torchlight 1, but Torchlight 2 just has more of an open world, if you will, has more variety to it, I think. So definitely loving that and going to get back into playing some more of that again for sure. Besides Borderlands and Torchlight 2, I actually went back because I kind of been flipping around to a bunch of different games and trying to see where I land on exactly what I want to play because there isn't really anything coming out right now that really kind of grabs my interest per se. Actually, as a matter of fact, Tales of Berseria is supposed to be out, I think, in a couple weeks or so, and I already have that set for a pre-order, so yeah, definitely going to end up getting that because I am a big Tales of fan, so definitely going to end up getting that. So look for that future video and get my whole thing about my gameplay on it and how much I enjoy it, because I actually played a demo, which is a demo out right now. It's on PS4 and Steam. I don't know about Xbox One or nothing like that, and obviously it's not on Wii U. But the fact is I really do like it. They have like a battle mode where you can go and do like multiple battles and check that out. And then they have like a scenario mode, which the scenario mode is really short. But it basically is almost like battle mode where you go through and do some battles and you get a little bit of a scenario, like I guess a little bit of a quest or something that you would go on. I don't know if that's just for the demo or if it's also in the main game. But you also get a little bit of banter back and forth between the characters, because they also had the little skits, as they call them, in the game throughout the series, and trying to get to know the characters much better and who they are and what place they have in the world and all of that. But The only other thing that I've really gotten into playing recently has been, dadgummit, what was it called? Sunset Overdrive. That's it. Oh God, I can't believe I forgot it. I'd been playing it recently. Recently got back into it again. There was a mission or something that I had played beforehand. It just pissed me off to no end. But I finally got back into it again and ended up completing it. So now I'm moving onward and seeing where it takes me. I do like the game, but sometimes it can just be really overwhelming. It just seems like there's so much crap that can be happening all at once, and it's just God. You're bouncing around everywhere, you're rolling around everywhere, you're grinding around everywhere, under grinding and over grinding and flipping around and jumping and doing all this other stuff, which is cool, and I like that. But it just seems like it's just a bit too overwhelming sometimes, and it seems to me, unless there's some way for you to level up better, that you're really weak when it comes to getting attacked. And if you stand around somewhere for way too long because you constantly have to keep moving in this game to not freaking die, then the fact is you're going to die. Because I don't know if there's got to be some way, especially with the different ways that you level up and the different amps or whatever that they're called, or the badges that you get, that you should be able to level up some things, and especially with health and things like that, and weapons and powers and whatnot. So I'm going to look a little bit more into that and see if I can level that up a little bit more. And it's also great to be able to just change how your character looks and the different clothing and things that you have. And just my character is like this really big muscular dude with like this gold miner's beard, and he just has some of the most insane clothes on that you could ever possibly. It's like he just jumped in his closet, covered his body in Crisco, jumped in his closet, rolled around, and came out, and that's what he was wearing. So does Crisco cause things to stick? No, maybe it doesn't. Well, if you put it on your body, I'm pretty sure some clothing is going to stick. So yeah, you don't want to use super glue, because getting that out of the hard to reach areas would be kind of painful, which you don't want to fucking do. So anyways, the fact is that's the main game that I'm focusing on right now. Oh, matter of fact, I just wanted to go. I'm glad that I just thought of this. Pokemon Sun. Remember that was a pickup that I had before. Well, I ended up getting rid of it. Honestly, Pokemon isn't for me. I played Red and Blue back in the day in the mid-90s, and then I just fell out of it. I got into other RPGs and other games, things of that nature. But the fact is I tried getting into it, and I just can't do it. I'm just not a Pokemon kind of guy. That's just me. It's just, I know that it's like an RPG, like a monster capturing RPG kind of thing, and leveling up your monsters, but I just couldn't get into it. I tried to, but it just wasn't working for me. So I ended up taking it and got some good trading credit for it. A little over half price, because it was $40, and I think I got like $22 or something out of it, which I kind of would have expected that, because knowing how long it's been out up until this certain point, I kind of figured maybe I would have been around that. And I thought to myself, okay, well, this is a pretty good trading deal. I want to go ahead and sell it and get it off, because honestly, if I would have sold it to someone, I probably would have sold it for $30, to kind of give them a bit of a discount, knowing it was used a bit. So the fact is I ended up getting XENOBLADE Chronicles 3D on the 3DS. Now I have this on Wii, and I paid for it on Wii for like $50 or something, because it was such a rare title. I got it, and this was months ago when I got it. I don't know how long ago, maybe a year ago, year and a half ago, something like that. Went ahead and got it, really did like it. Didn't get extremely far into it, but then I realized, okay, it's coming to 3DS, and I would really like to know what it would have on the 3DS and the different types of gameplay mechanics and things like that. I was wondering if it was an exact port or if it ended up having some other little things added into it. So I'm looking forward to trying to get back into that again and seeing what it's all about. And yeah, what's funny is when I started it up, somebody already had a save on there, but the save was like they reached level 2 and then they just sold the game. I'm like, it was the only save that was on there. I'm like, you kidding me? You didn't even give the game a chance. You got past like the intro, and then you get into the main game. You get your character to level 2, and then you just quit and you just sell it. I'm like, okay, well, I can understand if you don't get interested in something or kind of get into it, but don't you think you kind of would have looked at some gameplay videos or read some reviews or did something before you went and bought this? Kind of, I don't know. I don't even think that there was a demo available when the game came out. But seeing it like that, I was like, gosh, man, you probably just ended up paying like $40 for something, barely got into it, didn't even scratch the surface. The surface wasn't even there by the time you started playing this game. Get your character to level 2, and then you just sell it. I don't know. That's just me, though. I guess an argument could be made back at me about Pokemon Sun, but hey, I tried to give it a fair shot, and it just wasn't for me. But anyways, that was just my thought on it. So, But yeah, that's kind of where I was going with the whole deal in terms of like, okay, this is the Wii version and this is the 3DS version. So, yeah, are they the same? Is things different? What's up with this? You know, and I haven't really played it too much because I've been focusing on Sunset Overdrive. So we'll see if something may happen next week if I actually start to dive back into it again and see if it kind of tickles my fancy just as well as the Wii did. And I want to know how the controls are too. If the controls are better for me in this, or if they're not. If they're better on the Wii than they are on the 3DS version. You know, obviously you can only get it on the new 3DS because of the the processor or whatever. I think is more powerful. I've heard you could actually play it on the original 3DS, but it would be slow as shit, like shit on a shingle in the middle of winter. You know, which we don't have down around here in the South. One day it'll be 30 degrees and the next day it'll be 70 because Mother Nature is always PMSing all the time. Anyways. Damn this weather, just stay cold when it's winter, for God's sakes. You stay hot all the damn time when it comes to spring and when it comes to summer. Stay cold when it's supposed to be cold every freaking day of the season. Out of the months it's supposed to be cold. Oh, God. But anyways, that the whole weather situation kind of gets to me. And that's another reason why I'm kind of sick a bit with my nose and my sinuses and all that crap. Damn the weather! But anyways, that aside, I'm not a meteorologist, and this is not a channel about weather or any of that. It's about games! So, anyways, that's kind of my whole deal with the week in gaming. And if anything occurs next week in terms of Xenoblade Chronicles, which, by the way, Xenoblade 2 is coming to the Switch. That's another reason why I got the Switch. I'm going to buy the shit out of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 when it releases, without a shadow of a doubt. But anyways, let me think. Is that everything? I think it pretty much is. But anyways, I'll go ahead and end this like I always do. Later, taters. Have a lovely, lovely day, evening, night, or whatever. Peace.